book meant a lot to me. I wrote it here in Wales where I live. I wrote it using the music of the voices that I heard around me, and I wrote it in poetry inspired by so many poets that I love, especially Dylan Thomas. I mean, not that my work is anything like his work, but it means so much to me to be on this particular shortlist. It's such an honour. So I've had a passion for poetry since I was quite young. I think the first thing I remember writing was a poem called My Sisters Are Annoying, which I duly illustrated with felt tip and sewed up into a little booklet, my first pamphlet. And then after university, I went and worked in children's publishing, where I started writing picture books for preschool children. And I loved doing that, and I loved that job. But while I was doing that job, I started editing young adult novels as well. And there, my passion for that particular readership grew. In 2018, I went and did the MA in Writing for Young People at Bath Spa. And it was on that course that I had the idea for Blood Moon, bringing together my two loves, young adult literature and poetry. So it's a novel in verse. The idea actually came out of two pieces of work that I'd been doing. One of them was working with the music of the voices of the teenagers that I would hear when I was out having lunch or sitting in a park or on a bus going around Cardiff. I like working with sound and accent and rhythm. And so I started to write. I had a writing prompt on the course that was "She sells seashells by the seashore." And I just kept that rhythm going, but I heard the music of these girls chatting, and from that this story was born, which actually is a story about a girl who gets shamed online after she gets her period during her first ever sexual experience. And really that was kind of bringing together my experience of having difficulty with my periods and realizing that that kind of period taboo is really damaging and means that people often don't get diagnosed with health conditions because of the taboo preventing you from being able to discuss something openly. So I felt quite passionate about that, but I also had this music of these voices and these funny girls and their kind of contemporary experience. So I just brought those two things together, and that's how Blood Moon came. Did you dream about me? Benjamin asks. And I wish I could lie, but I hardly ever remember my dreams. I thought about you, I say, a lot. Then Benjamin leans in with this sweet uncertainty and very lightly kisses me. I kiss him back and feel a rush of blood to my head at us kissing so casually, so comfortably, so familiarly. Life is amazing. Our lips come apart, and that's when I get the ooze, squish, blob of falling blood, impending flood. How the frick did my Ultra Plus tampon fill up so quick? Benjamin takes my hand, and we start to walk, our arms swinging, lightly, bumping, but I'm walking funny. I cannot let my pants and tights meet because once they do, the blood will find a path. Then I will be done for. That's fluid dynamics. The period woman who came in year 6 said, "It's only blood, just an egg cupful, nothing to be embarrassed about." But when did she last try to pull with an egg cup full of blood in her pants? You're limping, says Benjamin. Are you okay? I pulled a muscle in my thigh, I say, with instant blush. The first word that comes to mind, obviously. We take one step. His arm slides under mine. Here, you can lean on me. My heart goes squish. Then, with one wrong step, my pants and tights meet. And I walk beside Benjamin, our bodies touching, knowing I now have wet and sticky thighs.